Hey, True Believers, England teen here. Usually I would say with another episode of Top 10 Comics Sold to Readers, but somebody came up with the title Hot Off the Shelves, and I think that's pretty cool. So thank you very, very much to Trenton Mitchell for that one. And this is where we count down all the comic books that the readers are buying. Not what Comicron says, which is what the shops are ordering. This is what people are leaving with, preferably after paying, of course. And then we're going to go over to Comixology and count down the books people are buying digitally. I think that's going to be fun too. Now, we do have a few things here. Some people are talking about it, and these are the comic book shops that have decided to participate. If you're in the area, stop by, say hi, maybe purchase something, and always support your own local comic book shop. Now, with all that aside, let's get this party started. This is from Bleeding Cool, so take it with a grain of salt if you feel the need to. At number 10, we have Die 11. Coming in at number 9 is Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 3. In the number 8 spot is The Immortal Hulk number 34. Coming in at number 7 is The Flash number 756. In the number 6 spot, we have Justice League number 47. Coming in at number 5 is Empire 0. Thor, number 5, shows up in the number 4 spot. And the Green Lantern 80th Anniversary Special takes up number 3. As the runner-up, coming in at number 2, we have Batman, the Smile Killer, which leaves Batman number 93 to take the number 1 spot for the week. Okay, so last week I didn't do the whole countdown thing because, well, you know what, DC's putting out a hell of a lot more than Marvel and the independents even. This week there's some competition, so there we go. So I decided to kind of add it in, and what we've got here is we got DC still winning the week with 5, but they took number 1 spot, number 2 spot, number 3 spot. They've got number 6, number 7, and that means that Marvel and the independents kind of, you know, you combine them, they did pretty well. Independent comic books, well, it was really only Die at number 10, and Marvel had number 9, number 8, and number 5, and number 4. Not bad, not bad, but what gets me is Empire is supposed to be Marvel's big push, their big, you know, that's their big crossover, and anybody really care? I mean, this is the premiere issue. This is the 0. Wasn't even like price lower. I didn't pick it up. I don't care. I might get it, of course, you know, I guess to do reviews or something like that. I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, I just had no, actually, I don't even remember. I don't even know if I thought it came out until I saw pictures. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. All right, so Graham Cracker Comics had this to say about this week's books and sales. Just realized I needed to be running my reports from Tuesday and not just Wednesday, as DC has allowed the new releases to be sold on a Tuesday. Whoops! While most customers do not realize this, more and more are starting to come in on Tuesday to get the books they can't wait another 24 hours for. The most solid new release week since the shelter-in-place orders started in late March. Nice to see so much product to choose from. Sorry that next week is going to be an absolute desolate landscape in comparison, though some great books are coming in, just not a ton to choose from. The way my comic shop, Coliseum Comics, I'm here in Kissimmee, and Coliseum Comics is the one I go to, so the way they handle the whole Tuesday, Wednesday, they put them out on Wednesday. Yeah, they get them on Tuesday, they put them out on Wednesday. I do not have a problem with this. I don't like to go too many times. Sometimes I go like every day of the week to get back issues or something like that, it seems like, or if they have a sale. But in all honesty, just let me go that one day. I'm fine. And if they want to hold them off on Wednesday, that means that when I get there in the morning, all those new books are still new on the shelf, and I'm not getting what everybody left over. So I'm fine with that. I am absolutely A-okay. If it's a big problem, that's a way for the shops to deal with it, right? Could just be me, but I'm a different breed of cat. Holy bean sprouts, this video wouldn't be this video if it wasn't for the Famous Faces and Funnies giving out their book worth of information here. While we are still closed to the public and only doing curbside pickup and local deliveries, our top 10 weekly bestseller listed FFF is both familiar and out of nowhere. The Green Lantern Special was our #1 book of the week. We're a very Jeff Johns friendly store, and almost everyone on the staff loves his Green Lantern run. So seeing that on the top was no surprise. Batman was #3. Which makes sense as people are still trickling into the death metal, which hit the #2 spot. MMPR isn't usually a big seller for us, but big anniversary issues always attract people, so it's not shocking that its 50th issue was in our top 10. Really, the top 10 looks similar to an average week. A lot of Batman, maybe a Star Wars or Justice League. The surprise of the week was really that Marvel didn't have much to show for itself. Outside of Star Wars Bounty Hunters, the top 10 was dominated by DC with 2 indie titles sneaking in. I get that Marvel doesn't want to flood the market too soon, but I also feel like they may be playing a little too close to the chest. I don't want 40 tie-ins to come out in 1 week, but give a brother a Major X book or Spider title. Spider-Ham is great, but he doesn't have Amazing or Spider-Gwen, hell, or even Ghost Spider numbers. As long as they put out smaller tier titles, we're going to be selling less from the House of Ideas, and we'll see how things change in the coming month, I suppose. Now let's answer this honestly. Does anyone really need a Major X title? Am I the only one that saw the art? Am I the only one that read the non-story that was in that book and is that, hey, maybe if we put one of those out? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Other than that, it just really didn't seem like he was giving a lot of information, although it's kind of surprising to find out that Thor wasn't in his top 10. That's kind of odd because Donny Cates, if you've been around, you've been listening to these videos from me, Donny Cates is big in their store as well, but I don't know. So, Collector's Paradise Winnetka went the opposite of FFF. We could have sold more Bleed Them Dry issues, but we didn't get our covers B or C. This was an ongoing problem affecting several stores whose fault it was, either vaults or diamonds, we don't know for sure. Well, that was short, to the point, and I don't know, pointless maybe? Rodman Comics says, for years I thought Marvel was putting out too much material, now not nearly enough. Star Wars fans were very happy. Star Wars Bounty Hunters finally came out. Batman 93, of course, was the top-selling comic for us. Power Rangers 50, along with Spawn 307, break into our top 10, keeping it from being a sweep for DC. A few Marvel. Empire Avengers 0 only made it to the 9th spot for us. The latest Marvel event looks to be trouble for us. You know, There's this weird thing that happened a while back. We were talking about all the weird characters that were coming out and everything, and the fact that they were taking away the ones that we love to put in these new characters and everything, and they started saying, well, readers don't really know what they like. They don't really know, and we've got to give them stuff, and they'll accept it, that kind of thing, which I thought was weird. Now, I can understand you don't want to follow what all the readers saying because it'll get bland. You don't want to give people always what they want. You want to, and if you do, you maybe want to twist it up. You want to give them surprises and stuff like that. Look, we got some great stories based on stuff that readers wouldn't have liked. Death of Phoenix came out, and I remember, oh my gosh, why'd you kill her? Why'd you kill her? Shoot, that happened with the death of Jean DeWolf. Nobody liked that character, but as soon as she came out, Peter David said that he kept getting people, that was my favorite character. No, of course. And I can understand. You don't want to follow completely. However, when readers are telling you exactly what they don't want, you should start paying attention. And Empire is one of those situations. Everybody and their brother is saying, cut back on the events. You're doing too many events. We don't want them. Nobody's interested in Empire. Well, you know what? Maybe a few people. But this is not something that readers were clamoring for. Races. That's not something that people were clamoring for, and they should have paid attention. That people, you need to pull back. Make a big event again. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Definitely not until Empire's over. So Dr. No's Comics and Games Superstore says, an interesting split this week. DC takes 4 slots, with Batman 93 owning first place. Marvel takes 3 spots, including both second and third place with Empire Avengers 0. And Thor number 5 Image takes 2 spots with Spawn and that Texas Blood. And Boom takes 1 spot with Once and Future. Bubbling just below the top 10 was Bleed Them Dry from Vault and Sleeping Beauties from IDW. Customers are looking for good books to read, and they increasingly realize that good books can come from a variety of publishers, and that's just good news for everyone. So as soon as you say something about one shop, you know, hey, nobody's interested in Avengers, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, hey, you know what, everybody's interested. It's all location, I guess. Location, location, location. There you go. On the independent thing, highly recommend you do that. Look, if Marvel's not putting out a jillion things right now, maybe that's freeing up a few dollars for you to go check out something else. Maybe check out some DC. Maybe check out some independent comic books. I like, there's a book called Year Zero. It's a zombie book that came out that's pretty impressive. The King of Nowhere, that's been pretty good. Ice Cream Man, a lot of fun. So there's a lot of really good independent comic books out there. Give it a try. And with all that aside, we're going to go over to Comixology, the world's largest digital comic book shop, and see who wins the week there. Is it DC, or is it going to be the combination of Marvel/independent comics? We'll see. At number 10, we have Harley Quinn, Black and White, Chapter 1. Coming in at number 9 is The Flash, number 756. At number 8, we have Die, number 11. Coming in at number 7 is Sex Criminals, number 23. At number 6, we have the Green Lantern 80th Anniversary Special. Coming in at number 5 is Justice League, number 47. At number 4, we have the Immortal Hulk, number 34. In at number 3 is the Avengers Empire, number 0. Donny Cates' run on Thor enters into the second spot. And just like the floppy copies, we've got Batman, number 93 at number 1. So people want that Joker war. It's kind of exciting, I gotta tell you. Even though I had troubles with Batman number 93, I still enjoyed it. As far as the countdown's concerned, we've got 1 DC, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they definitely have won because Independence and Marvel split up the rest of them. That being said, we've got Die, and then we've got Sex Criminals. So that's 2 independents, which leaves 3 Marvel, right? Thor, Empire, and Immortal Hulk in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So while DC does own the top 10, Marvel owns the top 5. Not too shabby. Gotta tell you, not too shabby on them. But you know me, I like to expand it out, top 20, see how it goes, see who really wins the week. So let's do that right now. At number 11 is Justice League Dark, number 23. So now it's DC 6, Independence 2, Marvel 3. With Monstrous number 28 at number 12, it's now DC 6, Independence 3, Marvel 3. All right, DC strikes back. Suicide number 6, it's now DC 7, Independence 3, Marvel 3. Marvel fires back with Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 3, so now it's 4-3. However, boom, comes in with Once and Future number 8, so it's now tied between Marvel and the Independents, while DC still leads. At number 16, we have Batman Gotham Knights, so now DC is up to 8, while Marvel and Independents are tied at 4. Coming in at number 17 is Batman the Smile Killer. It is 9-4-4. And at number 18, DC clinches it 10-4-4. With Hellblazer number 7. Finally, Aquaman's on a countdown. Aquaman number 60 makes it to number 19. And at number 20, we have Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen number 11. Look, this is, I don't know, you could say it's a victory, but let's face it, DC is just putting out so much more content than Marvel and even independent comic books these days, and so it's an easy win. It's like, hey, I like DC better, so it's a win, I like it. That being said, I absolutely understand what's going on here. That being said, good to see Aquaman on the list. It needs to be higher. Yes, I know who's writing it, but I like the character. Same as Hawkman, I want to see him higher as well. But how about you? What do you see that's too high on the list? What do you see that's too low on the list? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell if you haven't done it already. And if you don't mind helping out the channel, going over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi, the links are in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. This is the way we're trying to make a living. Thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching. And yes, that was my wife talking to the bird. Have a good day.